Danny Flexon here for SecondsOut. Delighted to be joined by Hamzah Sheeraz ahead of a main event on BT Sport this Saturday night. How are you feeling?
Feeling great. Had a good camp. Everything's run smooth and looking forward to Saturday night.
How long have you been back in the UK?
Been here for a week and a half now. Adjusted to the jet lag and everything now, and all this media work, and like I said, to watch tomorrow weigh in and then fight night.
What set this camp apart from the ones you've had previously with Ricky out in the US?
Do you know what it was? I think it's just the connection we've got now. It's the understanding we've got of each other, the respect we've got for each other. We understand. He understands what makes me tick, what makes me work, what doesn't, etc. And I understand what he wants from me. It's as simple as that. And yeah, it's been good. And Saturday night we can show it.
Any notable names you've been sparring this time around?
To be honest with you, no, not this time. Not no big names this time. But the talent out there is always brilliant. Always brilliant. There's names I can't even pronounce out there. That's how you know you're sparring the good names when you can't pronounce them. But no, it's always good work. There was one kid who come all the way from Detroit who I was sparring out there. He was a solid fighter, and all my sparring this camp I done at the Wildcard gym under the watch eye of Ricky and also Freddie Roach as well. So happy days.
Well, what was it like working with Freddie? Is that your first time with him, or have you worked with him before?
No, I wasn't really working with him, but I was sparring in his gym, and he was just watching and giving me tips and everything. So, listen, to get tips of him is probably the best, isn't it?
What's the most memorable thing he told you?
He actually told Ricky, he goes, "You've got a special fighter on your hands there." After a good day sparring, so yeah, I mean it's a good confidence booster. But listen, at the end of the day, it's all good me saying everything. I've got to show it on Saturday night.
How keen are you to fight over there, having now been based over there for a little while?
Yeah, do you know what it is over there? It's different. It's more of I feel like it's more of a buzz because how football is over here. I was about to say soccer for a minute there. How football is over here is how boxing is over there. It's like they live for it. But yeah, definitely one day.
What can we expect from Torres on Saturday night? How much do you know about him?
I've seen him fight a few times. He's going to bring his A game. He's tricky. But yeah, he ain't no mug at the end of the day. He's not no mug. And I think, yeah, he will question me. He will question me because he's got a very, very awkward style. And not style, to be honest with you, as a main event, it's probably quite a risky opponent to have in terms of how the fight actually looks. Do you know what I mean? Appealing. Exactly. But listen, at the end, I think I'm going to take that duty on my head and my shoulders and make it what I want it to be, and hopefully a knockout.
What's the process for you now from getting up to that world title level? Obviously there's intercontinental belts and so on which help, but what are the kind of fights you need to get you ready for that level?
These ones, and I want to get over this fight in flying colours, and then whatever route Frank's got planned, go that route, and just happy days, to be honest with you. But yeah, all these intercontinental belts, they're all good in that, but they're not world titles. Do you know what I mean? They're not. Like what Floyd said the other day, there's too many belts in boxing now. I agree with him personally. But yeah, I think the route that I want to take is obviously down to Frank at the end of the day.
Talking of that, there seems to be some talk, at least within the promotion at Queensbury, about you and Denzel Bentley at some point in the future. Is that a fight that interests you, and is the British title something you kind of covet, something you wanted on the way up?
Do you know what it is? I've never actually set out to win a British title. That's never been my goal, but I've never written it off. I've never said, no, I don't want to win that title. So if the opportunity arises, God willing, inshallah, I get the job done Saturday night, then why not?
Do you see it as something you have to win on your pathway to the top? Because like you said, you never really thought about it, never really coveted it. Would you be just as happy to bypass it? Yeah,
like you just said there, you hit the nail on the head. I'd be just as happy to bypass it. If I fight for it, happy days. If I don't, then it don't really matter. It is what it is. But yeah, Saturday night I got the WBC silver title. Gives me a top 6 ranking with the WBC, and hopefully puts my name in world title contention eventually.
And that's what, Jamal Charlo, would it be?
Yeah, Charlo, he's the champion out, but I heard there's rumours he's going up to 168. So if he was to go up, then all the belts dispersed, didn't they? So
who else is in that top 6? Who are the kind of guys you're looking at to think, when I get to world level, that's who I'm going to have to get past for a world title?
I think when, God willing, inshallah, I do get there, you got the likes of Munguia, you got the likes of, there's one guy who was meant to fight Charlo, I forgot his name, the Polish guy, I think he's Polish or something like that. Yeah, I think something like that. But yeah, there's all good. Yeah, I think it's him. There's all good names up there. But Saturday night I got to get the job done.
And what about domestically? Do you see anyone on the horizon, whether it's Bentley or someone else, that would be a big domestic rival that could, do a stadium or something in the future?
I was saying in my other interviews, domestically, any name is a big fight, because you've got to remember we're in England, it's British promotion, and the promotion behind it and the followers behind it would be great. Like I was saying the other day, who was chatting about Nathan Heaney? He's got a massive support base, and there's loads of fighters that domestically at 160 that makes sense. But like I said, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I mean, they're just names that could potentially be there. But yeah, Saturday night, Torres is in the way.
And presumably at 160, someone like Chris Eubank Jr. would be on your radar for the future. What do you make of all the talk currently about him potentially fighting someone like Conor Benn, who's not from a million miles away from you?
Do you know what it is? It's a win-win for Conor Benn if you look at it, right? He goes up in weight. Say if he financially he gets a fortune, and even if he loses the fight, he was too big, he goes back to 147 and continues his journey. It makes sense at the end of the day. But personally, I think Eubank wins the fight, just because he's been in there with a few more seasoned fighters, and he's been all the way up super middleweight as well. And I know they say it don't matter about the size, and he'll be weight drained, but he's an athlete who lives a life. You see him, he lives a life. If it was someone who like got, I don't know, 30, 40 pounds overweight, then it'd be an issue, but I don't think he does. So I think he'll make the weight not bad and he'll get the job done.
See, I'd be a bit concerned about that though, because if he's always living the life and he's making 160, how's he going to get that extra £4 off if he's already so professional?
Yeah, true. That's very well said as well. But listen, when there's like 2, 3, 4 million on the line, I think I'd make 147 for that.
Brilliant. I want to wish you the very best of luck for Saturday night, and yeah, enjoy it, because obviously it's your first big main event on BT. Yeah, have a great time.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks.